Ryan Bundy, the son of Cliven Bundy and one of the leaders of the Oregon Militia members that's now sitting in jail, says that his constitutional rights are being violated while he's in prison, something that we take very seriously here at TYT. But wait until you find out which of those rights he's most concerned about. He says, my right to freedom of...
The right to leave. The right to leave jail.
Yeah, I'd like to leave.
Pretty much.
The right to move around. So he says, my right to freedom of speech is being hampered by monitoring and recording. My right to freedom of assembly is being violated. I am not allowed to see my brother and move about. So
you're in prison!
There are these like bars, and like they lock the door. They lock it. I don't have a key, so I can't move around. But then he goes a little bit farther. I've never heard anyone make this argument before. He says, my Second Amendment rights are being violated. I never waived that right. I should have a gun in jail.
No, this is...
That's insanity.
No, but this is the definition of white privilege. He thinks prison's for other people, and he doesn't get it. He's like, well, yeah, I took over a federal building armed and threatened to shoot cops, but why don't I have my gun inside prison? What?
A
right?
gun in prison.
But like, because he thinks, no, it's not for me, it's for other people. It's for the ones I don't like, right? No, when I'm in prison, I should have all my rights. No, the point of prison is that we take your rights away. That's why it's called prison. You don't have all those rights in prison. That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
Whoa,
You have some rights.
Whoa, what about the Constitution?
Okay.
Constitution doesn't end at the prison door, does it?
Well, so now he probably thinks like if he got the death penalty, let's say he, God forbid, he had shot one of those cops that he was threatening to shoot. He said, I got a constitutional right to life. How can you execute me? Yeah, that's what we do. We take away your life, your liberty when you go to prison under certain
By
circumstances.
the way, I would agree with him on that point.
Right. Now, but that's my point, is that he's probably pro-death penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But,
right, yeah.
right, because he means for other people.
Yeah.
He
And
doesn't mean for me.
Does
right?
he want the other prisoners in his area to have guns? No, it's the quickest argument possible, but he's still making it. It's not just guns, by the way, also. Let's throw this into the mix. He says, so Ryan and his brother Ammon Bundy are also being denied access to Facebook, which they assert they need given that this is a media case. Multnomah County Sheriff's Office says that the place that they're at has no Wi-Fi within the jail facility and no ability to provide a hard internet connection.
What kind of county jail has no Wi-Fi?
No Wi-Fi, no 3G, no 4G. Forget about 4G.
But you know, when they were arrested, they were going to take over a different Oregon county. So they were already in the federal property they had taken over, and they had decided they were going to take over the neighboring county, okay? And so they were literally conspiring against the government. And he's like, why won't you let me go on Facebook and conspire?
Yeah.
Because you're in prison for that exact problem.
What's their? Obviously, they haven't been convicted yet, so they can't. I guess they can't make bail. So Cliven Bundy doesn't have that.
No,
kind
I think
of money.
they've been
No,
denied
because
bail.
they might take over another federal building.
Exactly.
Of course they're not going to get bail. If anyone shouldn't get bail, it's these guys who have no regard for the law and oftentimes will stand up to the law with weapons.
You think they're a flight risk?
I think they're a fight risk.
Yeah.
I think that's the real problem. So look, here's the thing. It doesn't, you guys, of course, you don't lose all of your rights when you're in prison. So for example, that he says they're not letting him wear some religious garb that he wants to wear. Yeah. He should have that right.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no reason, because look,
Pray and
the reason you don't get a gun inside prison, and I can't believe we have to explain this, is because that's a bit of a safety risk, right? For the guards, let alone everybody else.
How?
And the reason you don't get to go on Facebook anytime you like is you might conspire, etc., right?
Guns don't kill people, Jack. People.
Inside prisons, if we gave them to prisoners, I think they might kill people. Okay. So anyway, but you do have rights that are not affected by that situation. So for example, people were upset when if the Muslim prisoners in Guantanamo didn't get Qurans. You should be obviously equally upset if a Christian prisoner like Ryan Bundy doesn't get a Bible or doesn't get to wear whatever he wants to wear. I don't know anything about it. But if it doesn't upset anything else, of course he should get that, right? And he should have some access to the outside world. Like, for example, with Chelsea Manning, they gave her solitary confinement because she looked at a Vanity Fair or some magazine. Like, who cares, right?
Yeah.
So there's no need to be gratuitously punishing anyone, including Ryan Bundy.
Yeah.
And so if you were to give him solitary confinement for things like that, I would be against that, and I would be on Ryan Bundy's side, not because I agree with him, but because he does have some rights inside prison, but not the ones he's asking for.
Yeah.
He's like, what? My freedom of assembly has been hampered. Again, that's the whole point of prison.